Alright, this is the Harbor Freight vibratory tumbler. It's the large one. As you can see, it's been bolted to a large planter, and it's got a piece of wood. It's bolted to that as well. There's a hole in the bottom right there for access to disconnect it, take it apart. Right here. Okay, so it's all bolted in. I keep it outside. It's been outside for 5-6 years now. Still runs perfect. I'm going to put these bolts in here. Put bolts like this. Okay, bolts like that. Okay, pretty rusty, pretty crusty. Now, there's no need to clean them. There's no need to get the grease off of them. Nothing like that, because we're going to use a soft scrub. Cheap dollar store soft scrub is what we're going to use. Try to use the kind without chlorine. And we will have what is called green media. This green media is pretty old. It's about 5 or 6 years old. You can reuse it over and over and over again. You can take it out of the tub and wash it if you want to. I just keep reusing it. My tumbler has been modified. I use the lid is actually a propane tank that I just took my plasma cutter and said I'm going to make my own lid, and that goes on there. And there's going to be a rubber washer and a metal washer and a nut to hold it in place. So this thing, when it starts getting vibrating, it's going to go nuts. If you look inside, all I have is a slurry of the soap and some water. I'll put some more in there just to charge it up a little bit. Put a little bit of water in it. And what I'll do is I'll put all the bolts in there. And like I said, none of them are going to get washed. Some of them are quite greasy. Okay, not going to stop anything from getting clean. They will go in there for 24 hours. After 24 hours, I'll show you how they come clean. This is the most cost-effective, easiest way to do this, because you don't have to worry about flinging a bolt across the garage because you're trying to wire wheel it. Sandblasting's cool, but sandblasting takes a little while. This, you can walk away and forget it. I'll see you in 24 hours. Hey, 24 hours later. Open her up. And let's check out how everything looks. Everything should be brand new looking when it comes out of here. It's going to have to be rinsed off with water. I should actually add a wing nut to this. Maybe someday. And there you go. That's a nice little slurry, you see. In order to get them out, what I got to do is I got to go get a colander. I have a big colander. I have a nice big colander like that and a magnet. And I go and I put them in here. And suck them out. And I'll rinse them off. And I'll show you some. Show you what they look like after they're cleaned up. If they take a quick rinse. You'll see. It saves you a lot of time. That's a lot of hardware to clean up in just one shot. All you have to do is rinse them off and they'll come out brand new. Not brand used, brand new. I think you see that nice metric bolt. You can even read it really well. Look how nice and clean that came out. The cam plate for a Mopar distributor. Look how nice and clean that came out. Mopar head bolt. Look how nice and clean that came out. I rinsed them off real well, and what I'll use, why I put it on the count colander, because it's easy to get it all nice and clean. Now what I'll do is after I rinse them off and get all the sludge off of them, which is pretty easy, and it's all biodegradable, and it's just soap. After I do this, I'm going to spray them with WD-40. WD-40 displaces water. So WD-40 also keeps them from rusting. And I'm going to put them in a compartment box so I can sort them out and get to them later. Get as much of the water out as possible. Take them. I got Super Tech, the version of WD-40. And spray them down liberally with this stuff. Get them nice and wet. Get all inside. This will displace the water. The water will evaporate and leave only the lubricant behind. And that'll keep them from rusting inside the box. For sorting. Then I put an old t-shirt down and just put them right on the old t-shirt. I'll sort them that way. I'll spray them again on top. That way I make sure that there's a good film all across them, and they'll be fine when I put them in the box. So as you can see, this is the fastest, least time consuming way to clean up hardware. And it does a very good job. After it's dried a little bit, I will be putting it in one of these cases. As you can see, look at the bolts. This is how it comes out. Even the threads are clean. I fit them in there. I go by size. Okay. Here's another head bolt. This, you know, this is for a import or something, because, or a newer car, because it's a 10.9 metric. Even the screws, clean. Carriage bolt, clean. And some of them might get a little dark. They might have a little darkness to them, but they'll be clean of all the rust. And another thing is, it's better to take the nuts off the threads so they clean all the threads. But if you can't and you're in a hurry, no big deal. You can always zip that real quick if you have to. Again, all by size. Put them off by size. Specialty bolts like that, hard to find. Go to the store to get that bolt. You know, you won't find it. Washers, nuts. If you want to, you could alternately, instead of taking them and putting them in with WD-40, you can dip them in phosphoric acid, take them out, and it'll etch them, and that'll protect them from rust. As long as you put them away from the weather, they'll last a long time. Seatbelt bolt. Head bolt, Mopar head bolt, original. You can see original markings on there. Another seatbelt bolt. This is the fastest, easiest. Just set it and forget it. Come back, go do something else, go put a quarter panel on, go weld this, go weld that, go do brakes, go do everything. You don't have to worry about it. Okay, thanks for watching.